Well, spring is officially here as of 5:24. Obviously, it hasn't felt like it lately. In fact, winter not going down without a fight over the weekend. Cold temperatures, very cold, in fact, this morning with upper teens and low 20s, but milder air will return as we are into spring now. Active weather pattern really picks up later on this week. The heavy rain and flood threat, that seems to be on the table more so than the severe threat, but nevertheless, we'll have to watch all three into Friday with this dynamic system coming in. Max HC radar and satellite quiet. We got a few higher thin clouds that may build in a little bit later on tonight. Pretty shot here, our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD camera network. Checking out Richmond EKU. Up to 50 degrees. You can take that southwest wind sustained at about 12. So 10 to 15, it'll back down to 5 to 10 overnight. We're 51 in Frankfort, 50 popular across much of the area, up and down I-64 and across southern and southeastern Kentucky, which is a big jump from those aforementioned upper teens and low 20s this morning. Big difference from 24 hours ago. Most locations not out of the 30s for afternoon highs. And looking out to the west, St. Louis 60-ish and I think upper 50s, close to 60. That's where we'll play tomorrow. We've got high pressure dominating really much of the central and eastern part of the country here. East of the Mississippi, nothing doing except for the Outer Banks, area of low pressure off the eastern seaboard. Some rain showers there. Otherwise, very tranquil weather. It will not be that way later on in the week. You see here our futurecast during the overnight hours. In-out state is trying to keep us around the freezing mark. I think we're going to be a touch colder than that, upper 20s to around 30. And then we'll see, if anything, some filtered sunshine. Clouds may thicken up a bit this time tomorrow with the approach of that warm front. But notice temperatures recovering nicely, upper 50s, even close to 60. Now out here to the west, there's your warm front, little area of moisture, and that will move in. So we're looking at some showers tomorrow night and into the day on Wednesday, especially through the morning hours. It'll eventually taper off, but mid 50s will do it. So we'll back temperatures down a couple of degrees. But this warm front, leading edge of warmer air. So in fact, into early Thursday, temperatures are going to rise. So I think we wake up Thursday morning into the low 60s, and that'll give us a kickstart heading toward the mid 70s with that stronger southwest flow. The boundary will kind of stretch out and put on the brakes, and then we've got an area of low pressure here that is going to ride along that boundary as it drops to the south. And it'll put us front and center for some decent rainfall getting into Thursday and Friday. And notice along the river and kind of along the 64 corridor, several rounds, and that may be a bit problematic due to the fact that we could see some flooding issues as a result. The severe threat's really going to depend on the position of the front and the timing of any possible clearing. Just some lighter rainfall totals with that first round, but you see really picking up the pace getting into Friday and until we wrap it up on Saturday. Could see 2, 3, 4-inch rain, so that's something we'll keep an eye on as the week wears on. 30 overnight, a few clouds. Cold again, but not as chilly as this morning. Milder tomorrow. South winds hang in there. 58 in the extended forecast here. There's your wet Wednesday. I think mainly dry for the day on Thursday, 75. That's much more like it. Wet, stormy, and then those showers linger into Saturday. Behind that boundary, not a big change in temperatures. In fact, Sunday looking decent with highs in the mid 60s. So looking across the 7-day, temperatures much more indicative of where we should be here in late March.